The market just passed the all-time high from 2022. Now, what could we see in these next few months? What are the movements going to look like? Well, what's for certain is in this context that the market's currently at, as you can see right here, the market's been able to pass clearly. Now, based on history, a lot of the times when the market has passed beyond a all-time high level over the past 15 years, the market has always reacted in a very volatile manner. And especially that's going to happen very likely right now because we are in a context of a different macroeconomic sense in these past 2 years. And on top of that, there's a lot of leading industries that are pushing with huge demand, especially in tech. And when we talk about artificial intelligence and what that revolves for different industries, this could affect the market. Now, I would say this is just, there's no predictions that are further said, and I'm not predicting anything. But based upon my experience and based upon by looking at probabilities from history, it's very likely that the market, as it did break up, is going to shoot up 90 degrees. Why? Because people who liquidate the market always have counter motives on what the generals want to do. And in this context, a lot of people would be very cautious and conservative to believe that the price is going to shoot up immensely. Market makers fulfill a bigger long position. So they want to be able to control that area of the market as they should, which they have because they pushed the price down, as you see right here. Majority of what they've held in their positions here are leading the price up, and people are believing in that trend to bring up. But I do believe that people are conservative and letting it to go up from this point. Nonetheless, I do believe the optimism at this point would be very high once it breaks through and pushes through just a candles. Because recall that people who liquidate the market always test by candle patterns to push up and see how market sentiment is. And if they see that there's less of a control on their end, they'd want to counteract that move. So nonetheless, in this context, the people liquidating are net long. So that's why in this year, on top of that, I do believe that the majority of this year is going to be bullish, and that once this breakthrough happens, it's going to go 90 degrees upwards. Now, none of this stuff is guaranteed. Please take this, with a grain of salt. I'm not, I'm not trying to absolutely predict anything. I'm just showing you the analysis that I have around me and what's likely to happen. But remember that there is stuff literally beyond our control. There is stuff beyond my control, even the bankers' control. No, everyone in Wall Street, it's out of their control. That out of controlness is the sense of I don't know what will happen in the next 2 months. Why? Because I can only know what I see right now that are currently happening. But if next week some country decided to go to another country and that affected resources that rely, whether that's oil, whether that's metals, whatever it is, obviously that would affect some portions in the industry, in the market, which the market is comprised by multiple companies derived from every single industry. Then yeah, that would affect the market. That's why no one can predict anything. So I just want to let you know, because I see that faulty error with many people, that when they know that the market, they know it's very likely that the market's going to go to a direction, they bet everything, which is a very stupid thing to do because of those circumstances that I tell you. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 months. There's just something that no one can control, right? Whether the Federal Reserve decides to do something and that affects something else, whether that is involved in some industry that I'm not aware of in banking, right? There's too many variables that collide with it. So that's why I keep saying that it's likely going to happen, not that it's going to happen, right? It's likely in the chance that nothing unexpected would happen. If nothing unexpected happens in the next few months, then it's likely that the price is going to go to where I'm anticipating. Otherwise, if something random, then obviously, and that's the main issue what people have.